You may be seated. Well, good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the UK College of Medicine, Bowling Green campus, it is my honor and privilege to welcome you to our 9th annual White Coat Ceremony. We are delighted to celebrate this important milestone with each of you. First, our incoming class of 2030. We're also here to celebrate your families and friends, and our faculty, our staff, and community partners who make this journey possible. This White Coat Ceremony is truly a landmark in your education and your medical career. It marks the beginning of your medical school experience and your entry into the profession and the vocation of medicine. Today is about more than donning a coat. It is about embracing the responsibility, the humility, and the humanism that define our calling. It really is about stepping into a life of service. We're so proud to welcome this new class, and we're equally grateful to have the support of many of our leaders who are here today to offer encouragement as you begin this new chapter. Indeed, consider this ceremony the moment you step into our community. To start our program, it is my pleasure to introduce someone whose leadership continues to shape and strengthen medical education across the Commonwealth. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Stephanie White, Senior Associate Dean for Medical Student Education at the UK College of Medicine.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you, Dr. Paul. It is truly a pleasure to be here today with you on this very exciting occasion. I know some of our students are feeling a little apprehensive, and after a week of long sessions and learning about orientation, this is a key milestone, and so I want to congratulate the class of 2030 on getting to this point. But I also want to congratulate those support systems in the audience, because without your support and even your presence here for those that aren't able to be here in person, I know that in your hometowns you have those support systems that have been pushing and propelling you forward to this moment, and so I want to congratulate those systems as well. Dr. Paul mentioned the folks on this stage, and you'll have an opportunity to hear from some of them. But one of the unique things about the College of Medicine and our regional campuses is that we do not do this alone, just like our students will not learn medicine alone. It's with partnerships with MedCenter Health, our clinical partners, and partnerships with WKU, our academic partners, that they will receive all of the support that we know they need to become great physicians. So thank you to all of those folks on the stage that are here for us today. So I had a chance to speak to the class earlier during orientation, and I wanted to pick up on two themes that I spoke about. The first was our purpose, and Dr. Paul just mentioned, stepping into that life of service. And we talked about all of the moments that you have taken to get to this point, towards becoming a physician, towards serving others. And while that is a huge accomplishment, you'll continue to have 4 years and then many, many more after that when you continue to find and fine-tune your purpose. And so regardless of the path you take, you declared a driving force of your purpose many, many years ago. You committed to a life of serving others. You did hundreds of hours of community service that you told us about in your AMCAS application. You made sacrifices to make sure that you were academically succeeding and learning all of the content that you'll need to survive and thrive in medical school. And you've demonstrated that you want to spend a life of thinking critically about the things that you can see, those patients in front of you, but also the things that you cannot see. And in turn, you will be entering a career that will reward you in more ways than you ever dreamed possible. The other thing that we talked about was roller coasters. And some of you may feel like you're about to board the ride of your life, but many of life's greatest moments come from what seems like a roller coaster ride, those ups and downs, those fast, scary moments, the smooth moments that allow you to look at the world from a different perspective. And for those of you that walked up to this building, hopefully you took a moment to look at that perspective while you caught your breath up here. But the beautiful view around you, that you enjoy those moments to look around as well. And so I want to focus on the accomplishments. For each of those roller coaster rides is an accomplishment that not only did you survive, but you learned something about yourself along the way. So this next phase is about challenging yourself to learn, to experience different things, because that's going to be the foundation of your career in medicine. It's the foundation for how we constantly strive to use all of our knowledge and experience to help and to serve others. So today is one of those moments. You're going to wear your white coat, take lots of pictures, enjoy that moment. We're so happy to be on this ride with you. And just like a roller coaster, in less than 4 years, you'll be saying, I can't believe it's already over. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. White, for your continued dedication to our students and your inspiring words. Next, I'm honored to welcome someone who knows firsthand the journey our students are about to begin. Dr. Megan Walker Erhan is a proud member of the class of 2026, an alumnus of our own Bowling Green campus. She brings greetings today on behalf of the UK Medical Alumni Association. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Megan Walker Erhan.
Hello, everybody. Yeah, so my name's Megan Walker Erhan. I'm from Wycliffe, Kentucky, which some of you may be familiar with, small town in western Kentucky. I'm now a general surgery resident across the street at Med Center, which means one day I will be evaluating each of you. So make eye contact, clap when I need you to clap, and stand when I need you to clap, okay? Because one day I'll evaluate you, but for now, we're cool. I remember sitting where you were today, putting on my white coat for the first time. I was excited, proud, and honestly a little intimidated. I remember thinking about all the challenges ahead. During orientation week, they're telling you about all the Anki you're gonna have to do, studying for these exams. You need to do this much research. It's scary, and I just remember sitting here the whole hour thinking about that, and probably not what I'm saying right now, and you'll probably never remember this because you're probably thinking about what I just said. Those things are challenging, and there will be days when medical school feels very overwhelming. But what I've learned is that the challenges you imagine today probably aren't going to be the hardest you face in the next 4 years. At the end of my first year of medical school, my dad was diagnosed with esophageal cancer. Overnight, the medicine became much more personal for me. I was trying to balance being a medical student while also being a daughter and watching someone I love go through an extraordinary circumstance with surgeries, treatments, and lots of uncertainty. It was one of the hardest seasons of my life, but it taught me something I'll never forget. We are capable of far more than we ever thought, and each of you are capable of those things and more than you'll ever think of what you're thinking of right now. That experience changed my perspective. The exams, the long nights of studying, the stress of medical school were still there, but I knew I had already faced something so much harder. I had learned that resilience isn't built when life is easy. It's built when life asks more of you than you ever expected. Over the next 4 years, I realized that medical school isn't just about learning medicine. It's about learning who you are. It's about discovering that you can keep showing up even on the difficult days. It's about becoming someone patients can trust during some of the hardest moments of their lives. As you put on your white coat today, remember that it represents more than just the academic achievement of actually getting into medical school. It means more. It represents compassion, resilience, and privilege for caring for others. There will be moments over the next 4 years when you're going to doubt yourself. When those moments come, just remember that you are here because you earned your place here. There were many people that wish they were in your seats, but you are the one that's sitting in that seat today. Trust that you are capable of more than you realize today. Congratulations on this incredible accomplishment. Enjoy today. Lean on your classmates. My classmates are some of my best friends for the rest of my life. They were in my wedding. These friendships will last forever, and I hope you all enjoy medical school as much as I did, and I look forward to working with each of you in the future and changing lots of dressing wounds and maybe getting to do some fun surgeries. So congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Erhan, for representing our alumni, and Dr. Erhan is a reminder of the strength of our community. So as many of you know, our Bowling Green campus is built upon strong partnerships with both educational and clinical institutions in this region. And these partnerships are vital and critical to our mission, to the success of our students. First, I am pleased to introduce to you the Chief Medical Officer of Med Center Health, Dr. William Moss. MedCenter Health is our clinical partner and home to much of our students' hands-on, direct, and practical patient care learning.
Dr. Griffin, Dr. White, esteemed guests and faculty, parents, and students. On behalf of MedCenter Health, welcome. We're glad to welcome you as the class of 2030, and on behalf of Connie Smith, who couldn't make it here today because of a flight issue. I'm like most ER doctors, I get stuck with kind of come in and take care of the things at my last minute. But nonetheless, here I am, and I welcome you today. I appreciate you being here. Today is more than a ceremony. It's the beginning of a covenant between you and your future patients. Something that we as physicians have entrusted in us, an extraordinary honor to know that people invite us into their lives every day, not for our skills or knowledge, but they want our wisdom and they want our compassion. I am an emergency room physician, retired back about 3 years ago, and I got through COVID, treated about 20 patients a day, never got COVID, and I thought I got through that, and God said, it's time to go. So I was going to retire, and Connie Smith came to me and asked me if I would be chief medical officer, and it was a great challenge, and it was for me a new journey like it is for you. So I learned something new on my first day of medical school. I learned something new on my last day of clinical practice, and I'll learn something new today. In other words, our journey, it never stops. I do recall my first days of medical school. I was thinking about this morning at 5 a.m. when I got notified I'm going to be giving the readings today. And I thought about some advice that I took from my first day. And the first thing I want to tell you is one word: read. Read, reread, highlight, take notes, read some more, look at the references. Don't just memorize the words. Make it make sense to you. That's very important. If it's not clicking in your head that way, read it some more. But my first advice is just read. Read ahead and take that as my number one advice for you today. Always take time to exercise, do all the things you do with your friends, get proper rest. But one thing I just want to ask you, don't get too far behind, because medical school is like a marathon. You can't read, you can't do all the stuff overnight in one night and expect to do well the next day. Some traits that I also learned in my first years of medical school that stuck with me and I think has helped me be successful. And I wanted to add these today to my comments to you about the 5 things that I think that you should always do from this day to the day that you retire. Number 1, don't cut corners. Don't ever cut corners. Don't let fatigue give you an excuse to cut corners. This leads to mistakes. And obviously, we don't want that to happen, but also don't simplify problems. They're always complex, and medicine is always more than one reason. Number 2, be preoccupied with the worst case scenario. For any medical problems, this is what I tell my patients. They ask me, why are you asking so many questions? And I say, because my job is to be paranoid for your health. I want to make sure that the worst case scenario does not happen. So always don't simplify and look forward to the broad picture. Always rely on facts and best practices. Don't rely on luck. Number 4, and it's probably the most important one, is always find a way to make sure that your patient is the number 1 priority. Always. Always remember, and I tell my staff in the ER, and we have bad days, we all will have bad days. There'll be long days, there'll be days you just like pull your hair out and you can't believe you're still there. But always remember, the next patient or next person, the next family member you talk to, it may be the worst day of their lives. So just remember that as you're talking, no matter how bad your day gets. A friend of mine named Don Miller, who passed away from COVID in 2020, always told me, no matter how bad your day is, we get to go home. They might not. So always remember that, no matter how bad. Keep your patients first. Remember that they're why we're here. We're here to serve them. And we'll go over the Hippocratic Oath at some point as well. But nonetheless, this is your goal. And lastly, be true to your ideas that got you here. Don't waver and don't compromise those. They got you here. Always remember those. So to the class of 2030, thank you for being here. We'll never forget that while your education will teach you how to practice medicine, your character will determine how your patients experience it. So congratulations. We're honored to have you here today, and good luck. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Moss, for your continued support, those inspiring roles, and for the essential role that MedCenter Health plays in training the next generation of physicians. Thank you. Next, we are proud to be here today on the beautiful campus of Western Kentucky University, where we benefit from the academic collaboration and the community spirit of this great institution. And so it's my real pleasure to welcome Dr. Danita Kelly, Senior Associate Dean of the College of Health and Human Services at WKU.
Thank you, Dr. Paul, and good afternoon, everyone. University of College of Medicine in Bowling Green, students, class of 2030, faculty, staff, families, and distinguished guests. On behalf of everyone at Western Kentucky University, including President Caboni and the Dean of the College of Health and Human Services, Dr. Tanya Basta, it is my honor to welcome you to our beautiful campus and to Bowling Green, Kentucky. And to our WKU alumni in the group, welcome home. WKU is pleased to be partners with the University of Kentucky in this collaborative effort. Educational partnerships like this support the success of our two great universities by providing students with expanded opportunities. We are proud to be a positive example of how higher education can work together across institutions along with our vital community partner, MedCenter Health, for the advancement of our Commonwealth. I congratulate each of you as you embark on your dream of becoming a physician. This is indeed a time to celebrate, as you have chosen, as you know, a respected and honored profession. Your patients will look to you, they will trust you, and they will look to you for your expertise as well as your communication with them. I truly admire you and thank you for wanting to better the health and the lives of others. Undoubtedly, the next few years will greatly challenge you. Yet through these experiences, you will build relationships as well as knowledge. You will make friends who will become lifetime colleagues. And also know that WKU and the College of Health and Human Services are friends and colleagues of UK, and we welcome you to explore our Hill. You will have access to resources on our main campus. You will use the same cadaver lab as our physical therapy students, and you will have opportunities to engage in interprofessional education with nursing, physical therapy, and social work students. So while we know you are Wildcats now, we hope that you will feel a connection to WKU and Bowling Green. So prepare hard, take care of yourselves, and embrace all of these upcoming experiences. And I must close with two fun sayings. Go Big Blue, and of course, go Tops. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Kelly, for your partnership and for helping create a rich and supportive environment for our students. Thank you. Okay, so now it is my distinct honor to introduce our keynote speaker. As Dean of the UK College of Medicine, he brings vision, leadership, and an unwavering commitment to excellence in medical education. So please join me in welcoming Dr. Charles Chipper Griffith, Dean of the UK College of Medicine.
Thank you, Dr. Paul. It's great to see everyone here today. Students, it was great to see you in person. We talked earlier this week. Family, friends, and loved ones, thank you for being here. We talked earlier this week. None of these students, as talented as they are, as smart as they are, did this alone. And there's a whole audience out here that made today possible. So congratulations. We also taught, you all came from lots of different backgrounds. So we're going to hear some people's backgrounds in just a little bit. Some of you had whole different careers before you came into medical school. Some went straight into medicine out of college. But one thing you all had to all have in common, as we talked about, at some point in your life, you had this dream of being a physician. And you hearkened to that calling and to that dream. And today is an important milestone in making that dream come true. This is the day that we welcome you into the profession of medicine by donning the white coat as you start on medical school. So this is a big, big, big milestone in achieving that dream. So congratulations. I wanted to start maybe a little bit different. I want to tell you a story of a movie. It's a movie about dreams. The movie is called Field of Dreams. The movie's from the 80s. Now, that's before many of y'all were born. Most of you were born medical students, but many people in the audience have seen Field of Dreams as far as your family, your grandparents, and parents. And if you haven't seen it, class doesn't start till Monday. Stream it, watch it. It's a magical movie. It sounds kind of hokey when you hear sort of the premise of it, but it's about everything that makes this life wonderful. It's about family. It's about community. It's amazing. It's called Field of Dreams. And in this movie, Kevin Costner plays a farmer in Iowa. And what happens to Kevin Costner, he starts hearing these voices, and the voices say, if you build it, he will come. If you build it, he will come. And he comes to believe that what he has to build a life-size baseball stadium right there in the cornfields, a Major League Baseball size stadium right there in this cornfield. And he starts doing that. He starts plowing down his cornfield. His family, friends, and loved ones are petrified. It's a subsistence farmer. This is their livelihood, and he's spending all his time tearing it down and building a baseball diamond. And he builds it, and there's lights and everything. And when he finishes, what he finds, though, is this is a magical field. This is a field of dreams. And out of the cornfield, out in the outfield there, all of a sudden at night, some of these players start coming into the field. And these are baseball players, actual players, but they've been long passed away, 70 years ago. But they're living again on the field of dreams. And Kevin Costner and his family can watch them play baseball again at night on the field of dreams. So he watches them over and over again. At some point, Kevin Costner comes to understand, too, though, that people that are alive now can enter the field of dreams. If their dream had been to play Major League Baseball at some point, you can enter the field of dreams. You'll be transformed to your younger self, and you can play on a field with Major League Baseball players. There's one catch. If you're a living person, you go on the field of dreams, and you leave it, that's the only time you can go in. That's the only time. So there's this doctor in town, in this little town they live in Iowa. His name is Archibald Moonlight Graham. Doc Graham, and he's the doctor y'all should all aspire to be like. He's the doctor who was the doctor for this entire community. He raised all this generation of people there from cradle to grave. He was the community doctor, the town doctor, the family doctor. But Doc Graham, when he was young, had this dream of being a baseball player too. And a Major League Baseball player, and he almost achieved it. When he was a young man, he played minor league baseball. He was very good. The very last day of the Major League Baseball season, he got called up, and he got to play in a game, actually. He got to play in the outfield, the ninth inning of the last game. And he got to play a little bit. But his big dream was he wanted to bat against a Major League pitcher. That's what he really, really wanted to do. Bottom of the ninth inning happened. 3 outs were made. He didn't get to bat. And so that season he wasn't going to get to achieve that dream. Then World War I happened. He felt like he needed to serve his country. He did that. He went off to war. When he came back, he said, you know what? I need to follow the real true calling I have, which is being a doctor. So he did that. So he spent 50, 60, 70 years taking care of this town, being the doctor. But he never had that dream of batting against a Major League pitcher. And Kevin Costner says, Doc, good news. You can achieve that dream here in the field of dreams. Just believe in me. Believe in the dream. And so he gets Doc Graham out there, and Doc says, okay. And so Doc starts walking, and as he crosses the first baseline, he's transformed into his younger self. Baseball regalia, everything, baseball gloves. And he's out there playing with the team there. He's throwing the baseball back and forth. And he's going to achieve his dream of finally being a Major League Baseball player. So Kevin Costner and his young family are watching the game, and Doc Graham comes to bat. He's about ready to bat. He's about ready to achieve that dream of batting against a Major League pitcher. And all of a sudden, Kevin Costner's young daughter falls backwards. She is choking. She is seizing. She is dying, turning blue. Doc Graham looks over. No hesitation. Starts running. He runs across the first base. He's transformed into his younger self. He goes to Kevin Costner's daughter. She was choking on a hot dog. He fixes that and saves her life. Kevin Costner says, Doc, thank you. You saved my child's life. But Doc, this is a tragedy. You were just a few minutes away from achieving your dream of being a Major League Baseball player. And Doc Graham says, no, son. The real tragedy would be if I were only a doctor for a few minutes. Today is no tragedy. Today you are living your field of dreams. You're achieving that dream. And you are here, as Dr. Moss said, for all of your patients. The why, the reason we're so excited, we're excited about you all, but we're more excited about the thousands and thousands of patients who are going to have a doctor because of this class right here, right now. That's what we're celebrating. So I wanted to give, just quickly, your loved ones a little glimpse of what medical school is like. As Dr. Erhan said, she was nervous, and she's done very well. And it's normal to be nervous, and medical school is hard. You've got a whole team here to help you, and we are committed to your success. We talked to the students earlier this week it's very competitive to get into med school. There's thousands and thousands of applications. They had to study hard. They had to read quite a lot, Dr. Moss, and so they did. And but now that you're in, the competition is with yourself to be the best doctor you can be. We want each and every one of you to succeed, because if you don't, each one of you that doesn't succeed, that's thousands of patients that don't have a doctor. We are here committed to make you succeed. So as hard as med school will be, we are here to support you. That's important to know. And medical school can be a joy, though. Dr. White talked about the roller coaster. It is a roller coaster. Roller coasters can be scary, but they can be exhilarating, right? And it will be. So even first of next week, you're going to start with your anatomy and your clinical anatomy and radiology first-year course there. And so the first week of medical school, not only do you learn normal anatomy and you do some cadaver experiences and the like there, but they learn how to read normal CT scans, normal MRIs. They learn the physical exam the first week of medical school. That's pretty exciting. Your first few weeks of medical school, you're going to learn how to interview patients. So a lot of the first few weeks even, you're going to have a lot of the skills of being a doctor already, and be excited about that. And then there's some foundational sciences that will be important, and we're going to emphasize the clinically relevant foundational science. And that's important for you to know, because that's what differentiates the training of a physician from other healthcare providers. The strong grounding in the foundational sciences. To make a diagnosis of a sinus infection is pretty easy. There's a pattern of symptoms. It doesn't take 4 years of medical school to make that diagnosis. But sometimes the patterns break down, and you've got to reason from the pathophysiologic principles that you learned in medical school to make the complex diagnoses. And that's what you're going to learn the first 2 years. But then the third year, that's the glorious year. That's the year you've heard about, where you're doing all your clinical rotations. You all do the same core clinical rotations and trying on different hats and different specialties and trying to see what really resonates with your character. But you will enjoy all of them. Enjoy all of them. They're all wonderful. You're going to do surgery rotations, and you're going to see the wonder of the human body open up from you in the surgical theater there. You're going to do rotations in emergency medicine, and the hallmark of that is you've got an undifferentiated patient coming in with a symptom, chest pain or shortness of breath, and you've got to think of the can't miss diagnosis. What are the diagnoses you cannot miss and let this person leave this ER safely? That's what you learn on that rotation. You'll do family medicine rotations, and that's a specialty that's hallmark is the care of the patient is not just the individual patient, but it's the community and all those around them, and all the social determinants of health are focused in the care, and that's the only way you can make the patient heal. You're going to do rotations in psychiatry, and that's a rotation where listening is the healing. So you're going to do those rotations. You're going to do rotations in neurology and the complexity of the human brain and the nervous system. You do rotations in internal medicine. Those are like the detectives of the medical profession, making all these very complex diagnoses. You're going to do rotations in pediatrics and the privilege and joy of taking care of children and keeping them healthy. And you do rotations in OBGYN and participating and helping bring a new life into this world. Each and every one of you will do each and every one of those things. So be very, very excited about this. This is going to be an exhilarated roller coaster of 4 years. And then your fourth year, you kind of differentiate it into the specialty you want to get into. You do rotations in those specialties. You apply for the residency, and then match day. That's a glorious day. And you'll find out where you're going to be doing your residency training. And then you're going to graduate 2030, less than 4 years from now. Yay. And that is exciting and exhilarating, as you've heard from others. Some of your best friends of your life you're going to get during medical school, so be excited about this. It is hard. You're going to have to work hard. You're going to have to study. You're going to have to read. But we're going to all do this together, and you're going to succeed. The last thing I did want to tell you, though, is kind of a glimpse into the future, is when do you truly become a doctor? When do you truly become a doctor? And you might say, well, the day I get my diploma, right? And that's true. The diploma will say the Doctor of Medicine. People will, but you're going to walk across the stage. We're going to hand you the diploma. I'll shake your hand. You don't feel that much difference than when you first started walking across the stage than when you shook my hand there. It says doctor, but you don't feel that different. Your first day of residency, July 1st, they'll start calling you doctor. But you don't feel that much different than June 30th. Now, when do you truly become a doctor? Well, for most of us, it happens actually during that first year of residency, the internship. And residency is very hard, but again, that's where you really hone those skills to be an excellent physician in your specialty of choice. And for most of us, it happens during that first year. Residency is very hard. The hours are hard. We have to limit the hours you work to 80 hours a week. Limit to 80 hours a week. So residency is hard, but it takes time to train to excellence, right? And so residency is hard and exhausting, but there's some great joys of residency, but you're tired, you're working hard. 80 hours, call nights, et cetera. You're just exhausted sometimes. And what sometimes happens around November, maybe not even halfway through your internship, and you're just so tired. You're doing a rotation, maybe it's 2 weeks of night shifts. So you're going in at 6 p.m., going home at 6 a.m., checking out to the day team. Your task is to take care of all the patient problems that happen at night, all the cross-cover issues, any admissions that come in at night, any problems at night, you're there. That's your task. And your circadian rhythm is all messed up, and you're so exhausted working every night, night after night after night after night. And then one night, maybe around 4 a.m., you look at your list of things to do, and it's like, I've done them all. Wow. Gosh, maybe I can go to the call rooms and get a couple hours sleep before the day team comes in at 6 a.m. Finally, get some rest, finally. So you go to the call room, and you lay down. All of a sudden, beep, 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 beep. It's the nurse. And one of the patients you're caring for it's a gentleman that's got severe dementia. He's always confused, but he's more confused now. And he's got a fever. What do you want me to do, doctor? And with every ounce of your being, you want to say, get a chest x-ray, a urinalysis, get some blood work here, maybe start some antibiotics. Things will get moving. When the team comes on at 6 a.m., things will be happening, and we'll have a diagnosis then, and then go back to sleep. And the patient will be fine with that. The patient's confused and doesn't know. The nurse will be fine. Things are happening. And then you get up and you go see the patient. That's what doctors do. When you can't help but do what's right for the good of the patient, when no one's watching, that's the day you become a doctor. So I just wanted to give you that brief glimpse into the future, but I wanted to commend you on this wonderful path of this journey here. Congratulations to all you're doing. There's no finer calling in this life. Congratulations for choosing this. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Griffith, for those very thoughtful and inspiring remarks. It is so true, as he described each of the rotations, as Dr. White said, it is a roller coaster because every single part of it is thrilling, and there's not a minute in my life that I've ever regretted becoming a physician. The second thing I wanted to echo that Dr. Griffith said was, we look at you and we're going to recognize each of you individually now, and we will be with you every step of the way for the next 4 years because we see you as you. But also, when I look at you, I do see all the patients that you're going to be taking care of, and your impact is going to be exponential. So this is truly a wonderful day for us here on the stage as well. Okay, so at this time, I'm pleased to introduce the members of the class of 2030 at the University of Kentucky College of Medicine Bowling Green campus. As the students walk across the stage, I will announce their hometown and where they attended school. In addition, we ask the students to share a few accomplishments about themselves for which they are most proud. As you will soon hear, it truly is a dynamic class with diverse achievements. We're honored to welcome a distinguished group of individuals who will have the privilege of coding our new medical students today. Representing leadership, mentorship, and the spirit of medical education at the UK College of Medicine, our coders include Dr. Marcia Fantoni-Torres, Assistant Dean of Curriculum Integration, Dr. Deanna Morris, Assistant Dean of Students, Dr. Megan Walker-Erhan, UK Alumni Associate Representative and member of the Bowling Green class of 2026, Dr. Melissa Dennison, a faculty member, Dr. J.K. Phillips, a faculty member, Dr. Casey Miles, a faculty member, Dr. David Cicchetti, a faculty member, Dr. Erin Wickman, a faculty member, Dr. William Moss, Chief Medical Officer at MedCenter Health, Dr. Liz Stoneberg, faculty member, and Dr. Chris Lakes, Associate Dean of Students, and Dr. Mohammed Kasamuddin, faculty member and Director of Medical Education at MedCenter Health. We are grateful for their presence and support as they take part in this meaningful milestone for our incoming class. Okay, got the thumbs up. Okay, so we'll start with Jacob Compton. Is from Bowling Green, Kentucky, and graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in biology from Samford University. Jacob studied abroad on the Camino de Santiago in Spain, served as a volunteer at an underprivileged athletes training facility, and was a Tri Beta Honors Biology Society historian for 2 years. Morgan Dalton is from Madison, Wisconsin, and graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in Chemical Engineering from the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Morgan studied abroad in Spain, was a poetry editor for UW-Madison's undergraduate humanities magazine, and enjoys volunteering in assisted living facilities. Oriana Dufresne is from Lafayette, Tennessee, and graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in biology from the University of Dayton and a Doctor of Pharmacy degree from South University, Savannah. Oriana currently serves as a medical logistics officer in the Army Reserves and has published in the PLOS Journal. Connor Ferguson is from Moseley, Virginia, and graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in Biomedical Science from Brigham Young University. Connor enjoys spending time with his wife and son, graduated summa cum laude, and volunteered working with adults with autism. Trey Gould is from Tampa, Florida, and graduated with a Bachelor of Science in Biomedical Science and a Bachelor of Arts in Economics from the University of South Florida. Trey was president of his university judo club and enjoys making 3D art. Ashton Gray is from Bartonville, Illinois, and graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in Biological Sciences from Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville. Ashton enjoys his time as a varsity basketball and baseball assistant coach and is striving to become the first physician in his family. Jacob Hack is from Mount Washington, Kentucky, and graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in biology from the University of Louisville. Jacob was awarded the inaugural Vera Solis Leadership Award at the 2022 Ellison Associates International Aquatic Safety School for his commitment to leading and teaching the next generation of aquatics professionals on their mission to reduce the loss of life due to drowning. Jackson Head is from Brentwood, Tennessee, and graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in molecular biology from Lipscomb University. Jackson served on the Presidential Student Advisory Council and was named Peer Mentor of the Year for the IDEAL program, where he worked alongside students with intellectual disabilities. Jackson also received the Biology Department's Excellence in Research Award and the Stephen Lee Marsh Christian Example Award. He also enjoys spending time outdoors playing disc golf, hunting, and fishing. Michael Hickenell is from Lakeland, Florida, and graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in biology from the University of Florida. Michael was a researcher in the Department of Genetics and Aging, volunteered with seniors at Elder Care, and enjoys spending time with friends and family. Wesley Hinton is from my hometown, Clovis, California, go Eagles, and graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in Business Administration from Grand Canyon University. Wesley spent the last year working as a scribe for an interventional cardiologist in Fresno, California, and enjoys playing piano for his church and wake surfing in his free time. Sarah Honer is from Kingwood, Texas, and graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in Nutrition and Food Sciences from Louisiana State University. Sarah was an expatriate in Qatar in her youth, served on the executive board for her college lacrosse team, and worked as an EMT through college and her gap year. Emma Husky is from Bowling Green, Kentucky, and graduated with Bachelor of Science degrees in both chemistry and biology from Western Kentucky University. Emma worked as a rehab technician at the Met Center, represented Ogden College of Science and Engineering as an ambassador, and was vice president of finance of her sorority. Kennedy Lamb is from Mayfield, Kentucky, and graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in chemistry from Murray State University. Kennedy graduated with a 4.0 GPA, enjoys volunteering at her church, and was named the outstanding chemistry major in her graduating class at Murray State University. Alexandra Lang is from Granite Bay, California, and graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in microbiology, bacteriology from Auburn University. Alex volunteered for an after-school program called Our House, taught and certified some of the students there with their CPR license, and worked for a year on a 911 ambulance in Lee County, Alabama. Tiffany Larson is from Pea Ridge, Arkansas, and graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in biomedical science at the University of West Florida. Following her college graduation, Tiffany worked as a medical assistant at Planned Parenthood, served as a volunteer museum guide, and became a certified mat Pilates instructor. Ivy Lee is from Knoxville, Tennessee, and graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in biology from the University of Tennessee. While in college, Ivy served as a volunteer with Remote Area Medical, traveling to underserved communities across the country from New Jersey to Texas to help provide free vision services and eyeglasses, and completed an internship with the organization. In her free time, Ivy enjoys baking for family and friends and experimenting with new recipes. Vincent Liu is from Los Angeles, California, and graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in mathematics from Stanford University and a PhD in statistics from the University of California, Los Angeles. Vincent plays the cello and has traveled across North America, Asia, and Europe. He hopes to become a pathologist. Macy Nunn is from Mount Juliet, Tennessee, and graduated with a Bachelor of Science degrees in both biochemistry and cellular and molecular biology from the University of Tennessee. During her time in college, Macy worked as a nurse technician, participated in undergraduate research, and volunteered with hospice patients. Outside of medicine, she enjoys reading, hiking, and spending time with loved ones. Rebecca O'Neill is from Cary, North Carolina, and has graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in biology from Oglethorpe University. While in college, Rebecca played soccer and was awarded the Building a Biological Community Award for contributions she made to the biology department during her time as a supplemental instructor and a peer mentor. Kelechi Anyeri is from Louisville, Kentucky, and graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in biology from the University of Louisville. Kelechi was an organic chemistry tutor for 2 years, served as a deacon in his church, and also was an executive board member of the Pre-Health Club Salud, a pre-health club that focuses on the importance of medical interpretation and aims to educate people about healthcare disparities that affect the Latin American community. Gage Proctor is from Lynn Haven, Florida, and graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in Public Health from Florida State University. Gage served as an active duty in the United States Air Force as a budget analyst, volunteered at Big Brothers and Big Sisters as a mentor, and volunteered also as a free health clinic as a medical assistant. Ana Rivas Chavez is from Wellington, Florida, and graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in biology from Wake Forest University. Anna was captain of the drumline in the Wake Forest Marching Band, was a clinical researcher at Boston Children's Hospital, and greatly enjoyed living with her identical twin. Elizabeth Sobieski is from Muskego, Wisconsin, and graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in biochemistry from Western Kentucky University. Elizabeth was a 4-year Division I athlete, serving as the team captain for WKU's tennis team. Colton Stevens is from Glasgow, Kentucky, and graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in biology from Western Kentucky University. Colton's passion for healthcare was shaped growing up around residents in a nursing home. He hopes to be able to practice in his rural hometown and provide care for those who need it the most. He is also a proud lifelong fan of Kentucky basketball. Lane Stevens is from Glasgow, Kentucky, and graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in biology from Western Kentucky University. Lane enjoyed working at an assisted living facility throughout college, built relationships in the local deaf community through his minor in American Sign Language, and held multiple positions in his fraternity, Kappa Alpha Order. Aidan Stewart is from Madison, New Jersey, and graduated with a Bachelor of Arts degree in genetics from Rutgers University. Aiden was the Assistant General Manager and Director of Public Affairs of his nationally recognized college radio station and enjoyed his time as a volunteer for veterans. Zachary Talman is from Florence, Kentucky, and graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in biology from Western Kentucky University. Zachary was included in an organic chemistry publication as a research assistant. He also is a scuba certified and enjoys the opportunities to go diving when he can. Seth Thompson is from Manistee, Michigan, and graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in psychobiology from the University of Michigan. Seth lived in a completely immersive environment in Italy for 6 weeks, toured multiple countries in Europe, playing free concerts for the public, and worked in a research lab that focused on superagers and Alzheimer's disease. Sarah Traver is from Westminster, Maryland, and graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in biology from Virginia Wesleyan University. Sarah enjoys spending her time outdoors, with her most recent adventure taking her to the summit of Mount Rainier. Clarissa Turner is from Columbia, Missouri, and graduated with a Bachelor of Arts degree in biology from St. Louis University. Clarissa volunteered with World Pediatrics, and while working with children and families from Central America, learned about pediatric orthopedics on a global scale. As a nurse tech, she is often cited by her patients for competent and compassionate care. Shelby Watkins is from Litchfield, Kentucky, and graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in psychology from the University of Louisville and a master's degree in marriage and family therapy from Campbellsville University. After graduating with her bachelor's, Shelby taught English in North Africa for a year before returning home to pursue a master's in marriage and family therapy while working closely with children and families experiencing trauma and hardship. Ashley Wellen is from Dahlgren, Illinois, and graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in biology from Murray State University. Ashley has been active in both biology and chemistry research during her undergraduate career. She also served as president of the Student Rural Health Association and hopes to pursue a career in rural medicine with a surgical specialty. So this truly is a very powerful moment. Applause our class of 2030. Each white coat placed on a student's shoulders today represents a commitment to knowledge, integrity, critical inquiry, service, and compassion. We are so proud of each of you and the journey that you are going to begin. To affirm this commitment, I would now like to invite second-year students, Olivia Brown and Anna Lipinski, to the stage to lead the class of 2030 in the Pledge of Professionalism.
Good afternoon, everybody. Class of 2030, will you guys please stand? All right, repeat after us, please. I do solemnly promise to uphold the following pledge as I enter my chosen profession.
To conduct
Hold
myself.
on, let them say it. Go ahead. to conduct myself in an honest and courteous way as a socially responsible citizen of my class, our college, our community, our nation, and our world. To develop and nurture habits of lifelong learning and maintain current knowledge and expertise. To do my utmost to foster the success of my colleagues and earn the respect of my peers, my faculty, and my patients. To relate to my peers, faculty, patients, and their families with truthfulness and respect. To choose my role models carefully and strive to become an inspirational role model for future generations. To hold sacred privileged information from both patients and colleagues and honor their trust by preserving confidentiality. To accept inconveniences and endure unavoidable personal risk in order to further my education and meet the needs of my patients. To advocate for care regardless of ability to pay. And to value the quality of life and to cherish the privilege of trust granted to me by patients and their families, and to always serve the best interests of our patients. Thank you all, and congratulations again.
Thank you, Olivia and Anna, for guiding our newest students in this important rite of passage. Okay, so you can maybe be seated. So to the class of 2030, welcome to the UK College of Medicine. You bring with you your unique experiences, your perspectives, and passions, and we cannot wait to see how you will grow and serve and lead over the next 4 years and beyond. And to our families and friends and partners, thank you so much for supporting these future physicians. Your encouragement will be more important than ever in the days to come. So this concludes our ceremony. Please join us in the reception area to continue the celebration. Congratulations, class of 2030.